But yeah, Charest is actually being touted as a Conservative Party leader, as if the one thing the party got wrong in the last election was its opposition to the carbon tax. Charest promotes the carbon tax, but still, who else could muster $500,000 in 10 days? But here comes big news from the Globe and Mail, which is doing good work on the China file. Let me say what I said before about the coverage of Jody Wilson-Raybould. The Globe and Mail covers the China file excellently. I mean, really admirable, a real public service, speaking truth to power, which is hard to do for the media party. Look at this. Charest advising Huawei in Meng Wanzhou case and on 5G networks. Let me read a little bit. Former Quebec Premier Jean Charest, who is contemplating a run for the Conservative Party leadership, has been acting as a consultant to Huawei Technologies Company Limited in the Meng Wanzhou extradition case and the tech giant's efforts to participate in Canada's 5G wireless networks, a source says. Mr. Charest is part of a team at the law firm McCarthy Tétrault, including former Privy Council clerk Wayne Wouters, that Huawei retained in the summer to offer strategic advice. Now, I want to let you know I believe everyone has the right to a lawyer if they're charged with a crime, even guilty people. Meng Wanzhou is fighting her extradition to the U.S., where they want her for financial crimes. I believe she deserves the right to a lawyer, and I believe a lawyer can represent her in that extradition matter without being pro-communist or pro-China or pro-Huawei. Our system sort of depends on lawyers to help people charged with things, even if they're guilty, by the way. But that second part of his retainer, Charest is helping to lobby, it sounds like, or at least provide some political strategy to get China's massive Huawei telecom company into Canada's phone and computer networks. So that's not defending an accused criminal and providing justice where needed. That's promoting China, promoting China's dictatorship. That's putting our national security at risk. That's choosing China over the United States, where even the Democrats say Huawei is dangerous. Here, just a reminder, here's Democrat Susan Rice, who was Obama's national security advisor.
It gives the Chinese the ability, if they choose to use it, to access all kinds of information, civilian intelligence, military, that could be very, very compromising. So much as I disagree with the Trump administration on a number of things, on this, their concern about Huawei, I believe they're right.
As a matter of protection, would the United States have to have a slightly different security relationship with Canada?
Yes, and that will throw the Five Eyes collaboration, which serves the security interests of every Canadian and every American, into jeopardy. It can't be done.
Can't share.
I don't see how we can share in the way we have. It's not a joke. It's truly serious.
The fact that, in addition to Charest, the former clerk of the Privy Council, Wayne Wouters, the former top bureaucrat in Canada, who knows all the secrets, who knows the inside track, who knows the government's thinking, the fact that he's now happily working for a foreign power, that's super gross, even more gross than a former premier doing the same. A source, let me read some more from the Globe article, a source said Mr. Charest and Mr. Wouters are providing strategic advice to Huawei. This includes intelligence and policy advice on understanding the extradition process facing Ms. Meng, the chief financial officer and daughter of the company founder Ren Zhengfei. They are also advising Huawei as it seeks approval to sell equipment for the construction of Canada's 5G networks. The federal government is conducting a cybersecurity review to determine whether Canada should bar the Chinese high-tech firm from participating in the next generation of wireless technology, as the United States and Australia have. So like I say, China is renting out former senior Canadian politicians and bureaucrats to battle our current senior politicians and bureaucrats, because Charest and Wouters are for rent. Now I get it, everyone has to pay the bills. Some people want, I don't know, 4 or 5 cars, 2 or 3 homes. They want that millionaire lifestyle that so badly that they'll sell out their own country. Nothing illegal about it, just super gross. But imagine thinking that you can do that, go get the Chinese money, sell out your country's security interests, and then come back to the public life and run for public office after having taken private payments from a foreign power. Well, I guess that does make him the perfect red Tory, doesn't it? That's an excerpt from the Ezra Levant Show, which is a show I do every day. I do a monologue, interview an interesting guest, and then I read my hate mail. But you've got to subscribe to it, which you can do at premium.rebelnews.com.